Grit is...
Grit is...
I would define grit as perseverance in the face of fatigue and obstacles.
being motivated and being determined to accomplish your goal or your mission that you have for yourself.
being put through something hard and being able to come out the other end still intact.
Being determined, having that drive to do something.
A quality that someone has that makes it so that if something comes across them, they are able to combat whatever that is and to be able to endure it.
I think grit is something that you are able to learn. It's not something that comes naturally. I mean, maybe to some people, but I definitely think it's something that is learned.
I think grit is long-term. It's really stems from work ethic.
Grit is like, it's almost like courage, I guess, but it's probably more like resilience.
It's not like everything comes out perfectly all the time, so you definitely need to have that strength to be able to overcome that and then achieve what you want.
Grit is something you need to have to accomplish your goals.
Hard work is definitely important. It's like within the definition of grit, hard work.
I think of grit, I also think of like self-control, and it kind of works like a muscle. So there are times, grit is important, but there are times when we also have to value rest and to be mindful of when our grit is being exhausted or used up.
I think the most important trait in a gritty person is just simply having a sense of motivation and determination. To keep going.
They are problem solvers. They look for ways out of their tight spots.
I was raised by a single mother, and I saw grit in her to be able to get us to college and get my siblings graduated from high school. Just different things. You really have to have that strength because she could have given up any time.
Coming here to college for the first time is when I would say that I really noticed that I had like sort of grit qualities, because being able to live on your own, do your own budgeting, scheduling, going to school, class, studying, it's a whole lot more to take on, and I feel like if you have that grit to be able to push through and know what your priorities are and be able to just know priorities, then you'll be able to get a lot done.
I've seen grit in my life when I'm at competitions. I used to do track, and so like our whole team would have like a lot of grit, and we'd have to work together and get through like all the rough spots and learn new things and
So I think of, so I used to play soccer, and my mom would be like, "Hey, you need a lot of grit." When I thought of grit, I just thought of anything in which I could work hard, use my body, use my mind.
So, my husband's from Honduras, and we met on our mission. And he needed to come here on a student visa because he had a tourist visa. So he needed to come here on a student visa to be able to study, and then so we can get married and things like that. And I think that's when I was the most gritty, because he needed to find a sponsor and we needed to find connections to be able to move the paperwork. And even though it was really hard and he got rejected the first time, I found the connections that needed to be found, and we were able to get him here, and he got married. So that's definitely one of the times I was the most gritty.
I see grit in myself because being, thrown different obstacles in life and being able to know how to combat those is very important to me, and to be able to know how to do that. And so that's why I have grit.
I'd like to say I'm a gritty person, but I think we all have some improvement. I think we all get ourselves in situations that we don't know how to handle. So there's always going to be someone more gritty than I am.
I am a gritty person in situations where I feel like I'm passionate about the certain topic or whatever it is I'm doing.
So if I know I want something, I will work toward it and work my hardest.
I challenge myself to do hard things and set goals to do those things, and so I see grit in that.
I don't think I'm that gritty because I'm kind of a go with the flow person. I don't have a lot of drive or passion in me, but I don't know. Sometimes I do.
I see grit in myself. It's not easy always to have that grit, but I definitely strive to have it during those hard moments.
I don't see myself as a more gritty person because I have weaknesses and I'm very well acquainted with my weaknesses. So there's certain situations when I get into, I don't feel as confident as I should, or I don't feel as calm and collected as I feel like I should.